My name is John Trippier, an administrator with the Ohio Department of Taxation. I'm here to help address your responsibilities for remitting Ohio use tax. But instead of me going on and on with a lecture, I've scoured our extensive archives and found an educational video from the 1950s that will help explain what use tax is and how it impacts you and your company. So sit back and enjoy Use Tax and You.
Do you know what use tax is and what is subject to use tax? If you don't, you're not alone. Use tax is a tax on the use or consumption of tangible personal property in Ohio. Use tax has been around for almost 20 years, since 1936, and was enacted to create a level playing field between in-state and out-of-state companies. Let's take a look in at Bo and Betty. They work for a typical taxpayer. Hi, Bo. Hi, Betty.
Hi, Mr. Narrator.
I understand you have a few payable invoices to review.
We sure do.
Gosh, Bo, this is my first week, and I was wondering why some of these invoices have sales tax on them, and other invoices don't.
Well, Betty, I've been purchasing a lot of things from companies in Michigan where they don't have to charge us Ohio sales tax. Maybe someday I'll even be able to purchase things over a series of connected computers, and they'll deliver things directly to us. That saves us 3.5% on all of those purchases.
Whoa, 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 Bo. Back up the bus. Haven't you heard of Ohio use tax?
No. What's Ohio's use tax?
Bo, I'm glad you asked. Here is Steve. Steve is an Ohio use tax auditor to explain what use tax is.
Use tax is a tax on the storage or consumption of tangible personal property in Ohio. A company owes use tax if it doesn't pay sales tax on the property it uses in Ohio.
So you're saying we have to pay use tax on all those purchases from the Michigan companies since they didn't charge us sales tax?
That's it, Betty. Now you've got
And
it.
that means there's no tax advantage from buying from out-of-state vendors.
Well, I'm sure we don't have to pay use tax if an Ohio vendor doesn't charge us sales tax. They know the law. We can just rely on them.
Not so fast, Bo. Since the use tax is a tax on the consumer is responsible for the use tax, even though the Ohio vendor did not charge the tax.
So let me get this straight. We owe use tax when an in-state or an out-of-state vendor doesn't charge us the sales tax?
Well said, Bo. I think you and Betty have learned a lot about Ohio use tax. Now you can make sure use tax is paid and hopefully avoid a big surprise from Steve, especially if he were to come visit you.
Well, hopefully you enjoyed Use Tax and You, our educational video. As you can see, use tax impacted companies in the 1950s and impacts almost all companies in today's day and age. In fact, even certain services are now subject to use tax. The department's audit experience shows that 96% of all use tax audits identify unpaid use tax. So if you have not been remitting use tax, now is a perfect time for you to address your use tax responsibilities.